Which wow skill is secretly super easy to learn? While at my desk job, I wasn't allowed to have my phone, so I started learning origami instead. I got maybe 20 hours of origami practice a week and even used the works computer paper for it. I've had several girlfriends I've met just by casually turning a piece of scrap paper into a flower at meetings. Magic, especially card tricks. The hard part is entertaining people enough so they don't look at the setup. Circular breathing. I first heard about a saxophonist doing this and thought it must be the most advanced technique there is. I later learned to do it on didgeridoo. You train yourself to use your cheeks as a bellow to continue pushing air into your instrument while inhaling through the nose. A common way to practice is to blow into a straw in a glass of water. It's pretty simple once you understand what to do, and it's fairly easy to apply to something like Dax or clarinet after that. User replied, I choked on my own face trying this. For me, it was lockpicking. Was always impressed by it, and then I learned it and realized how really insecure most padlocks are. Learning the sky, both day and night. Anywhere on Earth, day or night, using the sky, I know the cardinal directions. I know most constellations. I know what most of the fuzzy patches visible to the naked eye are in the night sky and can explain them to people. I can give a basic weather forecast by looking at cloud types as certain clouds are formed by certain effects. This is not a difficult skill. I learned how to make basic balloon animals and swords in a few hours, and now all the kids at family parties love me. Almost anyone can rip a phone book in half. The key is to bend it in a U so that you can separate the pages in the middle ever so slightly. This lets you essentially rip 5,000 individual pages instead of one solid brick. You can master it in about 15 minutes with 2 to 3 books. I used to do it at debate tournaments to assert dominance before the round. This was shockingly effective in a male-dominated, nerd-centric activity. In fact, the hardest part of the trick these days is acquiring and then explaining to your audience what a phone book even is. Building Excel workbooks. You can learn pretty impressive and useful workbook skills in an afternoon of YouTube videos. I'm always surprised how many people just use Excel to make lists or tables, but don't actually utilize basic features to do anything with those lists or tables. Mental math. I'm not talking Einstein-level formulas flying through your head like that meme. I mean, if someone says something like, hey, what's 11 times 34? And you rattle off 374 without pulling out your calculator, they think you're a demigod or something. But there's just lots of simple tricks, and once you learn the tricks, it's cake. Building a computer, you can do it in a day with a YouTube video. Blows people's minds who don't know how simple it is. Next up, what's a harmless habit that people don't realize is actually damaging in the long run? Wearing headphones all the time in loud volume. Only doing minimum payments on debt, allowing interest to work against you. Overworking and not taking time off from work. I read this on Reddit a while back. Don't stick with a mistake just because you spent a long time making it. The older I get, the more I realize what a good sleep schedule can do for you mental, physical health. Social media in general. All of these little tiny dopamine hits that take away the limited daily supply of dopamine from other things that are far more beneficial for you, all the while lowering your attention span and probably making you think other people have it better based on social media, causing depression or mental anxiety because of less real-life social interaction, because you are talking with random people on the internet instead of just going and doing something where you actually meet and connect with a person. Expecting people to treat you the way you treat them. So many people go above and beyond for someone who only associates with them when they want something, but never return the favor. People who continuously choose to sweep things under the rug to keep the peace. No peace is kept that way. It just builds a mountain of resentment until one day it causes irreparable harm to the relationship, whether it's toxicity or indifference. And it makes the person who's willing to work through the issues look like they're the one who can't let things go. People, please learn how to have difficult conversations constructively. Procrastination when it comes to addressing health issues. If you don't get the problem corrected when you first realize it, it's almost always guaranteed to worsen and become more expensive to treat. Coming up next is, what's a secret from your profession that everyone should probably know? Major financial institutions are held up by a very old version of Excel. Pilot here, we're not flying the airplane unless we know it's safe. Not ever. Ever. We're not interested in dying either. Rinsing your produce with just water knocks down 99% of the bacteria on it. It's the best thing you can do to prevent foodborne illness. You need 2 coats of paint. The advertisements are lies. Document everything. Don't rely on verbal recounting when you go to management at work. Document it, print it, and bring it with you. Just saying that you have documented something, especially when it's multiple things that all point to an issue, management is going to be a lot more cooperative. Sometimes because it shows initiative, calm consideration, and intelligence, but more often because you have the start of a legal case if things go poorly. I work at a vet clinic, and I got a few. Yes, your dog or cat needs the rabies vaccine. Rabies is transmissible to humans, and it's deadly. Yes, your pet can have fleas, even if they never go outside, or if your yard is fenced in, or if you live in a gated community. Fleas have no concept of property lines. Your local veterinarian is not always the best place to take the turtle you found on the side of the road. Many vet clinics don't see wildlife, and many don't see reptiles at all. I work for the Department of Labor in our state. Yeah, there's quite a few corrupt employers who will not pay their workers, close up shop, then reopen under a different name, or fraudulently put all their assets under someone else's name. Reboots fix a lot of issues. The amount of waste that is created in order to fill stores like Walmart and Target with stupid novelty products should make you second-guess your buying habits. Always ask for a discount when you shop at a pawn shop, at least 20%. They should be able to do that. Also, check dates. When an item has been there for over 6 months, they want to sell it. Former fast food manager. Believe it or not, nobody is intentionally trying to screw up your order. We are generally making thousands of orders a day with constant pressure to be faster. Every once in a while, things go wrong or we miss something. We're happy to fix it if you bring it back, and even more so if you aren't a complete a-hole about it. IT just Googles shit all day long. The secret is that we're much better at Googling than most. Let's move on to, what's your I can't believe other people don't know this hack? Word files are just zip files. Change the docx extension to zip and unzip the contents into a folder. There will be a subfolder in there with all of the graphics, so you don't have to scroll through the entire document doing right-click, then save as a quadrillion times. To be precise, any Office file with the X at the end of the extension. So docs, XLSX, and PPTX old-fashioned doc, XLS, and PPT have a different format. As a dental hygienist, anything is always better than nothing. You do not have to brush and floss at the same time, just at some point during the day preferred. Don't like string floss? Try the picks. Keep them in the shower, in the car, on your nightstand, on the couch. Don't like floss period? Try a water pick. The brand is Waterpik. They make water flossers. I always recommend Waterpik because they are the brand with the research to back them. Handheld models are good for travel, or if they are rechargeable, taken to the shower, just fill the tank twice. I prefer models that sit on the counter because they have better pressure control and a larger tank. Just fill once. Other options are toothpicks, proxy brushes / soft picks, rubber tip stimulators. Anything to disrupt plaque and stimulate the gums. Anything is always better than nothing. A shitty brush is better than no brush. Flossing once a week is better than none a week. And always, just do the best you can. In Microsoft Word, if you select text and press Shift plus F3, you cycle through all caps, no caps, and first word caps. Dental tablets, like the ones that dissolve to clean dentures, clean out water bottles incredibly well, can be super lightweight to carry while camping / hiking / traveling too. Put all my friends onto this hack. If your brown sugar gets hard and unusable, seal it in a Ziploc bag overnight with a slice of apple or bread. The sugar will absorb the moisture from the slice and be as good as new. Open jars with your left hand. The direction of turn to open and thumb position are the trick. When you open a jar with your right hand, you use your fingers, which fold over, and you're missing out on the rigidity of your thumb bones.